Are you talking about urban designers in the past, like Camillo Sitte and Brinkmann?
Well, everyone has their favorite model, because I really dislike this medievalism. It's very cute. You can have a small neighborhood that is with this windy small streets and everything, but we need a working model that works for millions. For a big city with a big demands, with logistics and all these kind of things. And then you have an excellent urban model, and that is the late 19th century continental European city. These courtyards and this grid, not as rigid as the American grid, but still there is a grid so you get efficient flows in the city. Because if you have a city with more than 500,000 people, then there needs to be efficient flows. Of course, on a local level you want things to go slow, but for a truck should be able to deliver smoothly food to the grocery store and all these kind of things.